Stand on any street corner in London today, and you will hear dozens of languages in as many minutes. Nearly half of its people were born somewhere else. This is one of the most diverse cities on Earth. But rewind 2,000 years, and you would find something very different. Marshland along a tidal river. Forests and mud. Almost nothing that hinted at a future capital of the world. What happened here in between was invasion, fire, plague, revolution, empire, and rebirth. This is the story of London, from Roman outpost to imperial capital, to modern global city. The year is 43 AD. 4 Roman legions land on the southern coast of Britain. Their objective is simple: conquest. They need a crossing point over the River Thames, somewhere narrow, somewhere defensible, somewhere close to the sea but safe from tides. They find it here. On the northern bank of the river, the Romans establish a small settlement. They name it Londinium. Within a decade, it begins to grow rapidly. A wooden bridge spans the river almost exactly where London Bridge stands today. Around it, warehouses, docks, and markets appear. Merchants arrive from across the empire: Gaul, Spain, North Africa, the Eastern Mediterranean. Stone buildings replace timber huts. Roads connect the town to distant provinces. Forums, bathhouses, and temples rise along the streets. Londinium becomes the commercial heart of Roman Britain. But only 17 years after its founding, disaster strikes. In 60 AD, Queen Boudica leads a rebellion against Roman rule. Her army marches on Londinium and burns it to the ground. Archaeologists today still find a thick layer of red ash beneath the modern city, the scar of that destruction. The Romans rebuild, stronger than before. They construct massive stone walls around the city. At its height, Londinium may hold 60,000 people, the largest city in Britain. For 3 centuries, it thrives. Then Rome begins to fall. By the early 5th century, the Roman Empire is crumbling. Barbarian invasions strike from every direction. The imperial treasury is exhausted. Britain becomes too distant, too costly, too difficult to defend. In the year 410, the emperor sends word to the cities of Britain: "You are on your own." The legions withdraw. Without Roman protection, Londinium collapses. Trade networks vanish. Currency becomes worthless. Officials leave. Merchants follow. Within a generation, a city of tens of thousands dwindles to a few hundred squatters living among ruins. For 2 centuries, the great Roman town lies almost abandoned. New settlers arrive from across the North Sea. The Anglo-Saxons do not like cities. They are farmers and villagers, suspicious of Roman ruins. Instead, in the 7th century, they build a new settlement, a mile west of the abandoned city. They call it Lundenwic, London Trading Town. Here, markets flourish once more. By the year 700, Lundenwic is a thriving port with thousands of inhabitants. Then come the Vikings. Long ships sail up the Thames. Raids turn into invasions. In 842, Lundenwic is sacked. In 851, it is destroyed again. Finally, in 886, King Alfred the Great recaptures London. He does something unexpected. Instead of rebuilding the trading town, he moves the population back inside the old Roman walls. He repairs the fortifications. He restores the defenses. London becomes a fortress once more. For the next century, Saxon and Danish kings fight over the city. In 1016, King Canute makes London his capital. The city has returned to power. In 1066, England is invaded again. William of Normandy defeats the English army at Hastings and claims the throne. London submits. William does not trust its people. To control them, he builds a massive fortress on the riverbank. It becomes known as the Tower of London. Its stone walls dominate the skyline, a constant reminder of royal authority. Under Norman rule, London grows rapidly. Merchants organize into guilds. Goldsmiths, fishmongers, drapers, mercers. Trade expands. Wealth accumulates. In 1215, when rebellious barons force King John to sign the Magna Carta, London plays a crucial role. The city wins the right to elect its own mayor and govern its own affairs. Power is slowly shifting. London Bridge becomes a city in itself. Houses, shops, and chapels line both sides. For 600 years, it is the only crossing over the Thames. By 1300, London is the largest city in England. And then, death arrives. In 1348, ships bring more than goods to London. They bring the Black Death. Within 2 years, nearly half the population is dead. In 1381, the people rise in rebellion. Peasants storm the city, burn palaces, and execute officials. The revolt is crushed, but something has changed. The common people have discovered their power. By the 16th century, London is exploding in size. Henry VIII breaks with Rome, seizes monastic lands, and opens vast new areas for development. In 1665, the plague kills 100,000 people. A year later, on a dry September night, a fire begins in a bakery. Driven by wind, it spreads uncontrollably. For 4 days, London burns. 85% of the city is destroyed. From the ashes, a new London rises. Brick replaces timber. Streets widen. And a great dome rises over the city, St. Paul's Cathedral. The 18th century brings confidence and ambition. Coffee houses become centers of finance and ideas. The stock exchange is born. Insurance markets appear. Britain builds an empire. London becomes its command center. By 1800, more than 1 million people live here. Factories darken the skies. Railways carve through neighborhoods. Bridges multiply across the river. Victorian London is vast, wealthy, and unequal. Palaces rise in the west. Slums expand in the east. Cholera kills tens of thousands. A vast sewer system is built beneath the streets, saving the city from itself. In 1851, the Great Exhibition opens in Hyde Park.
6 million visitors come to witness Britain at the height of its power. London is now the largest city on Earth. The 20th century brings destruction once more. During the Second World War, bombs fall night after night. Entire districts vanish. Immigrants arrive from across the former colonies. London becomes one of the world's most multicultural cities. The docks decline, then rise again as financial centers. Glass towers replace warehouses. The skyline transforms. Today, London is no longer the capital of an empire, but it remains a capital of history.
For 2,000 years, this city has been destroyed, abandoned, conquered, rebuilt, and transformed. Few cities have survived so many endings,
and fewer still have shaped the world so profoundly. On the banks of a quiet river, history continues to flow.